So that was S Club 7 on Tone Radio. Perfect timing. It's gone 20 past 10. It's now time for the sports quiz for this week, which features 5 questions on Man United and another 5 questions on sport in general. Sam, what's your prediction for this quiz, do you think, before we do your scores later?
Well, you said he did quite well, so I'm guessing he might have got 8. Maybe it's the same as the other guy, AC Milan man.
That's not a bad guess. Let's play it now and see how he did. First question is, what is United or Man United's record for most points in a season when it's lasted the current 38 games? And most points in a season, which you could still beat this season, but it's going to be close, but probably not.
That's tough.
Yeah.
I know roughly what it is, but I'll guess the right number. I'll say 90.
90. Oh, okay. 90. Right. That's not a bad answer.
But it's not right.
Well, we'll see.
I can tell from your reaction it's not right.
Yeah. In the current season, which statistic are you level with City on? And it's the only statistic in the table anyway. On all the statistics you can see in the table, so goals for, goals against, etc., won, drawn, lost. One of those records, you're pretty close to them anyway, but one of them is identical. But which one is it?
I'll say goals for.
Who has scored? Yeah, this is the one I was kind of thinking about earlier. The most international goals whilst being a United player. Who has scored the most? And it's kind of obvious when you think about it. I think anyway, because I couldn't actually find it say that anyway, but I think that it is true. It's so obvious that they don't bother.
Yeah.
And you kind of have to think outside the box in terms of they've scored the most goals for their international team as well as having scored the most while they're at United. So they've also scored the most for their country now too. It's a very unique.
They've scored the most ever that a player has done for their country.
Yeah, not the most ever goals for a country, but he scored the most goals for his country, for his particular country. Yeah, not overall, but for his country he has.
Oh, this is confusing. So he scored the most number of goals for a country while playing at Man United than any other Man United player did.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. But he's also scored the most goals for his country as well, so it's kind of.
I've got an idea, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think I'm right. I'm pretty sure I'm right because it makes sense for it to be right. Well, I'm pretty sure it must be mine. But I mean, you might kick yourself when you hear it, when I say, but yeah.
Well, there's a couple of big names I can think of.
Yeah.
It could be Cantona, but he had that long ban.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether it would be him. It could be. No, it wouldn't be Shane McFarlane. It could be Van Nistelrooy. I'm going to go with Van Nistelrooy.
Van Nistelrooy, okay. Van Nistelrooy, right. Who has scored the most?
I regret that.
Who has scored the most hat-tricks for Man United?
In their history?
Yeah, completely. Has even now scored the most hat-tricks.
I don't know whether to go for a more modern player or someone.
I'd suggest going maybe more older than modern. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't decide between two now. And knowing the way things are going, I'm probably going to choose the wrong one.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say Dennis Law.
Okay. Out of the top 5, last one, Manu, out of the top 5 transfer fees received, which transfer has the lowest value? So basically the fifth highest fee received for a player. And all the top 5 are very big players, more than I thought actually as well. But yeah.
The 5th highest?
Yeah, 5th. Yeah, 5. Yeah, so in fact I'd written it down as value, but just if you just give me the name of the player, then yeah, the 5th highest fee received. Well, I said 5th highest fee received. It depends how I say it, doesn't it? Yeah, don't bother about giving me the figure because obviously you get points and stuff. If you just give me the player who was the 5th, yeah, highest.
Yeah.
So, and they've all been in the last, in the last 10 to 12 years since the start of the millennium. So the top 5.
Yeah. I'll actually go with something I said earlier. Something I said earlier as well, and say Van Nistelrooy again.
Okay. Yeah. And now just a few 5 random ones. Which team beat Australia by 8 wickets in the triangular series last Tuesday in cricket? That is. Or last week. I'm not even sure.
Wickets.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what the triangular series is, but yeah, 8 wicket. Sri Lanka, okay. Who did Andy Murray lose to at Indian Wells recently? In fact, probably this morning or something. I saw that. In the Federer, okay. It was in the 2nd round, but yeah, okay. It was a bit of a shock defeat, but no. Yeah. Who is currently top of the Aviva Premiership, which is rugby, which you might not know, or you might know, I'm not sure. Harlequins, okay. In Formula 1, which former world champion has returned this season after a short break and appears on Top Gear this evening as well?
Yesterday evening.
No idea.
You'll
come back from a short break.
Yeah, kind of. He's had a few years off. Yeah, a couple of years. Yeah.
Years.
Yeah. Or seasons, however you want to say it. Yeah. Because Formula 1's done year by year, so it's calendar year.
Yeah. No idea.
Okay. You can pass. Doesn't matter. Yeah. Barrichello, okay. Not bad. And finally, who has the most assists in the Premier League at the moment, or currently?
David Silva.
Okay.
So those were Jack's answers.
You can wear my shoe.
And this is D-Ream, Things Can Only Get Better. Before we hear what his score was.
But maybe you ain't never gonna feel this way. You ain't never gonna